Okay, let's begin. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
We start on page 101. Tovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkenotecha Yisrael, v'ani berov chastecha, ahavo v'heitecha, השתחווה אליך על קודשך ויראתך. אדוני אהבתי מהון ביתך ומקום משכן כבודך, ואני אשתחווה ואכרע אברך לפני אדוני עושי, ואני תפילתי לך אדוני יתרצון, אלוהים ברוב חסדך ברוב חסדך, ענני באמת ישעך. Back to page 99, the last section on the page about the giving thanks for our bodies, which work okay when they do. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et haadam b'chokma v'aravo nekabim nekabim chalulim chalulim galui v'yadua lifnei kisei kavodecha she'im yipatech echad mehem או יסתם אחד מהם, אי אפשר להתקיים ולעמוד לפניך. ברוך אתה אדוני רופא כל בשר ומפליא לעשות. And the first section on the page for the giving thanks for the soul, our souls. אלוהי נשמה שנתת בי טהורה היא, אתה וראתה, אתה ישתה, אתה נפחת בי, ואתה משמרה בקרבי, ואתה תדליתה ממני ולהחזירה בי לעתיד לבוא, כל זמן שהנשמה בקרבי. מודה אני לפניך, אדוני אלוהי ואלוהי אבותיי ואמותיי, ריבון כל המעשים, אדון כל הנשמות, ברוך אתה אדוני, המחזיר נשמות, נפגעים מתים. Then the morning blessings on page 103. Customary to rise if we're able. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan nesech bibina להבחין בין יום ובין לילה. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בצלמו. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני בן חורין. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שעשני ישראל. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam pokeach ivrim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam malbish arumim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam matir asurim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam zokef kefufim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rokach haaretz al hamayim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam המכין מצעדי גבר. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שעשה לי כל צורכי. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עושה ישראל בגבורה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם עושה ישראל בתפארה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם הנותן ליעף כוח. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המעביר שינה מעיניי Blessings for Torah and our Torah tradition, Torah, Mishnah, and Talmud, page 107. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher קיצרנו במצוותיו וציוונו לעסוק בדברי תורה. וערב אדוני אלוהינו את דברי תורתך בפינו ובפי עמך בית ישראל. ונהיה אנחנו וצאצאינו וצאצאי עמך בית ישראל, כולנו יודעי שמך ולומדי תורתך לשמה. ברוך אתה אדוני המלמד תורה לעמו ישראל. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בחר בנו מכל העמים ונתן לנו את תורתו. ברוך אתה אדוני נותן התורה, יברך אדוני וישמרך. יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונקה, יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. Continue individually to the passages from Mishnah and Talmud. אל דברים שאדמוך אל תורותיהם בעולם הזה, הקרן קיים. כיבוד. ביקור חולים. אהבת שלום בין אדם לחברו ובין איש לאשתו, ותלמוד תורה כנגד כולם. On page 120, Psalm 30. מזמור שיר חנוכת הבית לדוד, ארמימך אדוני כי דיליתני ולא שימחת לי, אדוני אלוהי שיבת אליך ותרפאני, אדוני העלית מן שאול נפשי, חייתני מאוד דיבור, זמרו לאדוני חסידיו, והודו לזכר קודשו, כי רגע באפו, חיים ברצונו, בערב ילם בכי, ולבוקר עינה. ואני אמרתי בשלבי, בעלמות לעולם, אדוני ברצונך אמרת לערבי עוז, הסתרת פניך, hid your face, הייתי נבהל, I was alarmed, אליך אדוני אקרא, ואל אדוני אתחנן. מה בצע בדמי, what's the profit in my death? ברידתי אל שחד, in going down to the nether world. Hayodecha afar, will the dust praise you? Hayagid amitecha, will it tell your truth? Shema Adonai echoneni, Adonai heye ozeh. Hafachta misvedi lemacholi, pitachta shaki, vata'azreni shimcha, leman yisamecha kabod velo yidom, Adonai Elohai. Leolam Odeka. We do have a minyan. If somebody would like to do Mornis Kaddish at this point, we will do it later, of course. So please let me know. I don't see any hands raised, so I will go ahead to Baruch She'amar on page 122. And it's customary to stand if we are able. Baruch She'amar v'haya olam, Baruch Chosev Reshit, Baruch Omer v'yosef, Baruch Gozer v'kayem, Baruch Merachem al haaretz, Baruch Merachem al habriot, Baruch Meshalem Sachar Tov l'Reyav, Baruch Chai la'ad v'kayem la'netzach, Baruch Podeh u'matzil, Baruch Shemo, Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Halam, Ha'el ha'av ha'rachaman ha'muhlal b'fi amo, Meshubach u'mefoar b'shor chosedav, Avadav u'shirei David Abdecha, Nihalel Adonai Eloheinu, B'shvachot u'b'zmirot agadel kol shabecha u'fa'ercha, v'nazkir shimcha, v'namlich v'amartenu Eloheinu, Yachid chei olamim melech meshubach u'mefoar adayat Shemo ha'gadol, Baruch Ata Adonai, Melech Mehulal Batishpachot. This is basically praising God as the one who's to be praised by us, and we praise God with psalms. The first one we do in our congregation usually is Psalm 19 on page 127. לנצח מזמור לדוד, השמיים מספרים כבודל, ומעשה ידיו מגיד הרקיע, יום ליום יביע אומר, ולילה ללילה יכבד דעת, אין אומר ואין דברים, בלי נשמע קולם, בכל הארץ. לשמש שם אוהל בהם, והוא כחתן יוצא מחופתו, יסיס כגיבור לרוץ אורח, בקצה השמיים מוצאו, ותקופתו על קצותם, ואין נשתר מחמתו. Torah Adonai Temima, Torah Adonai Temima, Torah Adonai Temima, Temima Meshivat Nafesh, Edut Adonai Ne'emana, Edut Adonai Ne'emana, Edut Adonai Ne'emana, Nemana Machimat Peti. Oi Pikude Adonai Yesharim Samachele. Oi Pikude Adonai Yesharim Samachele. Misfat Adonai Bara. Mitzvat Adonai bara, mitzvat Adonai bara, bara meirat enayim, yirat Adonai tehora, yirat Adonai tehora, yirat Adonai tehora, tehora omedet la'ad. Hoy mishpete Adonai emet tzadiku yachdav. Hoy mishpete Adonai emet tzadiku yachdav. Nechamadim mizahav kasrav umtukim midvash v'novatzuvim. Gam avdacha nizar bahem v'shomran ekevrav. Shkiot miyavin v'nistarot nakeni. Gam mizedim asok chavdecha al yibshluvi az etam v'niketi mipesharav. Yiyu leratzon im refi v'hegioni bi lefanecha. Adonai Suri Vegoali. On page 132, we find Psalm 136, which is it's a responsive. The Levites sang to the temple, presumably, and maybe one guy lined out, and the rest of them responded with Ki Le'olam Chasto. What we've been doing lately at Worship and Study is I'm going to line these things out, and Jim is going to respond. Otherwise, we have chaos if everybody responds. Okay? Or no, actually, we've been doing everybody, I think, for this one. Yeah. So, and I will wait for you to finish.
And I mute people mercilessly if their internet is late. So don't take it personally if you are suddenly muted.
Merciless Rabbi. And so respond promptly. Odu l'Adonai ki tov. Odu le'lo Elohim. Odu l'Adonai Adonim.
Le'olam chasto.
Ogedolot levado.
Le'olam chasto.
Oseh hashamayim b'tbona.
Le'olam chasto.
Tzedakah haaretz al hamayim.
Le'olam chasto.
Le'orim gedolim.
Le'olam
Hashem lemeshel bayom.
chasto.
Yereach b'chochavim lememshelot b'halayla.
Le'olam chasto.
Nemakem Yisrael b'forehem.
Le'olam chasto.
Yisrael mitocham.
Le'olam chasto.
Yad chazaka u'Yisrael netuya.
Le'olam
chasto.
Ligozer yam suf ligzaharim.
Le'olam chasto.
Behev Yisrael b'tocho.
Le'olam chasto.
V'ni'er baruch v'chelo v'yam suf.
Le'olam chasto.
Nimol lichamo b'midbar.
Le'olam chasto.
Nemakem melachim gedolim.
Le'olam chasto.
Vayaharog melachim adirim.
Le'olam chasto.
Sichon melech Hamori.
Le'olam
chasto.
ולאוג מלך הבשן.
Alam Hasto.
נתן לצמנה נחלה.
Alam Hasto.
נחלה לישראל עבדו.
Alam Hasto.
ובשפלנו זכה לנו.
לעולם חסדו.
ויפרקנו מצערנו.
Alam Hasto.
נותן לחם לכל בשר.
Alam Hasto.
הודו לאל השמיים.
לעולם חסדו.
Turn now to Psalm 92, which is the Sabbath song, especially for the Sabbath, on page 134. מזמור שיר ליום השבת, טוב להודות לאדוני ולזמר לשמך עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך באמונתך בלילות, עלי עשור ועלי נבל, עלי היגיון בכינור. כי שימחתני אדוני בפועלך, במעשה ידיך אדונן, מה גדלו מעשיך אדוני, מאוד עמקו מחשבותיך. איש בעל לא ידע, וכסיל לא יבין את זאת. בפרוח רשעים כמו עשב, ויציצו כל פועלי אבן, משם דם עדי עד, ואתה מרום לעולם אדוני. כי הנה אויביך אדוני, כי הנה אויביך יאבדו, יתפרדו כל פועלי אבן. ותרם קירם קרני, בעלותי בשמן רענן. ותביטני בשורי, וקמים עלי, מרעים תשמענה אוזני. צדיק אדם יפרח, כארז בלבנון יזכה, שתולים בבית אדוני, בחצרות אלוהינו יפריחו. עוד ינובון בשיבה, ישנים ורעננים יהיו, להגיד כי ישר אדוני, צורי ולא עוולתה בו. Page 136, Ashrei, which is the end of Psalm 145 and then Psalm 146. It's an acrostic. The first letter of each line is the next letter in the alphabet, except for the nun, which drops out. It's nun nofelet. And we'll do this. I will line out. We'll do alternately, me and Jim. Ashrei yosvei beitecha, od yalelucha selah.
אשרי העם שקהה לו, אשרי העם שאדוני אלוהיו.
לדוד, אדוני אלוהי המלך, הברכה שמך לעולם ועד.
בכל יום אברכך, ויעללה שמך לעולם ועד.
גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, ולגדולתו אין חקר.
דור לדור ישבח מעשיך, וגבורותיך יגידו.
את דרכי ועבודתך, ודברי נפלאותיך עשיך.
בעזוז נורותיך יאמרו, וגדולתך אספרנה.
זכר רב טובך יביעו, וצדקתך ירננו.
בנון ורחום אדוני, ערך אפיים וגדול חסד.
אוהב אדוני לכל, ורחמיו על כל מעשיו.
יודוך אדוני כל מעשיך, וחסידיך יברכוך.
יבול מלכותך יאמרו, וגבורתך ידברו.
להודיע לבני האדם גבורותיו, וכבוד הדר מלכותו.
המלכות כל עולמים, מתנתך בכל דור ודור.
סומך אדוני לכל הנופלים, וזוקף לכל הכפופים.
וכל ידיך יסברו, ואתה נותן להם את אוכלם בעיתו.
פותח את ידיך, ומסביר לכל חי רצון.
אדוני בכל דרכיו, עשי בכל מעשיו.
כך רוב אדוני לכל קוראיו, לכל אשר יקראוהו באמת.
רצון יראיו יעשה, ואת שבתם ישמע ויושיעם.
שומר אדוני את כל אוהביו, ואת כל הרשעים ישמיד.
תהילת אדוני ידבר בי, ויברך כל בשר, שם קודשו לעולם ועד.
אנחנו נברך יא, מעתה ועד עולם, הללויה.
Now we turn to page 141 for Psalm 150, the last Psalm of the Songbook. 150 Psalms in the book of Psalms. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. El Picocho, hallelujah, hallelujah, Birkia Uzo, hallelujah, 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 Bivorotav, hallelujah, hallelujah, Kerov, good Lord. Hallelujah, 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 take a shofar, hallelujah, hallelujah, benevel bechidor. Hallelujah, 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 betohu machor, hallelujah, hallelujah, beminim beugav. Hallelujah, 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 besilzele shama, hallelujah, hallelujah, besilzele truah. Kol hanshama, hallelujah, tehalelia, hallelujah, kol hanshama, tehalelia, hallelujah, kol hanshama, tehalelia, hallelujah. Baruch Adonai leolam, amen ve'amen. Baruch Adonai Mision Shechem Yerushalayim, hallelujah. Baruch Adonai Elohim, Elohei Yisrael, עושה נפלא לבדו, וברוך שם כבודו לעולם, וימלא כבודו את כל הארץ, אמן ואמן. Page 145. נשמע את כל חי, תברך את שמך, אדוני אלוהינו, ורוח כל בשר תבהר, ותרומם זכרך מכן תמיד. מן העולם יד העולם אתה אל, ומבלעדיך אין לנו מלך, גואל ומשיח, פודה ומציל, ומפרנס ומרחם בכל עת צרה וצוקה. אין לנו מלך אלא אתה, אלוהי הראשונים והאחרונים, אלוה כל בריות, אדון כל התולדות, המהולל ברוב התשפחות, המנהג עולמו בחסד, ובריאותיו ברחמים, ואדוני לא ינום ולא ישן. המעורר ישנים והמקיץ נרדמים, המסיח חלמים והמתיר אסורים, הסומך נופלים והזוקף כפופים, לך לבדך אנחנו מודים. אילו פינו מלא שירה קיים ולשוננו רינה כמון גליו, ושפתותינו שבח כמרחבי רקיע, ועינינו מאירות כשמש וכירח, וידינו פרוסות כנשרי שמיים, ורגלינו קלות כילות. אין אנחנו מספיקים להודות לך אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, ולברך את שמך לחתמי אלף אלפי אלפים וריבי רבבות פעמים הטובות שעשית עם אבותינו ועם אמותינו ועמנו. Page 146, ממזרעים גאלתנו אדוני אלוהינו. עתינה רחמך ולא עזבונו חסדך, ותיטשנו אדוני אלוהינו לנצח. על כן איברים שפילגת בנו ורוח ונשמה שנפחת בפינו, ולשון אשר שמת בפינו, הן הם יודו, יברכו, ישבחו, יפארו וירוממו, ויריצו ויקישו וימליכו את שמך מלכנו. כי כל פה לך יודע, וכל לשון לך תשבע, וכל ברך לך תכרע, וכל קמה לפניך תשתחווה, וכל לבבות יראוך, וכל חרב וכליות יזמרו תשמעך. כדבר שכתוב, כל עצמותי תאמרנה אדוני מי כמוך, מציל אני מחזק ממנו, ואני ואביון מגוזלו. מי ידמה לך ומי ישווה לך ומי יערוך לך. האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון קונה שמיים וארץ. להלל חשבך ולחייך, ולברך את שם קודשך כאמור, לדוד בכי נפשי את אדוני, בכל קרבי את שם קודשו. Page 147, האל בתעצומות עוזך, הגדול בכבוד שמך, הגיבור לנצח והנורא בנורותיך, המלך היושב על כיסא רם ונישא. Shabbat Shalom. Harriet will now take over. This is page 147, the second grouping of lines.
Okay, I unmuted myself, right? You can hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Shochen ad maharom b'kadosh shemo kakatuv ranenu tzadikim barunai layasharim navat tehila b'fi yasharim titalal ubidrei tzadikim titbarach ubilshon tzadikim titromam ubekerev kadoshim titkadash ubemachalot revivot amcha beit Yisrael. Shekein hovot kol hayatzurim lefanecha Adonai Eloheinu Elohei avotenu v'imotenu lahodot lehalel l'shabeach al kol divrei shirot betishbechot David ben Yishai avdecha meshichecha yishtabach shimcha me'ad malkeinu. At the top of 148. Tehila v'tiferet kedusha u'malachut berachot v'hodaot me'ata v'ad olam baruch atah Adonai el melech gadol batishbachot el ha'hodaot adon haniflaot habocher v'shirei zimra melech elchei ha'olamim. You can stand if you're able. Amen. Yikadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah v'yalmad divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei v'chayechon u'v'yom echon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'golav u'bizman kariv v'yimru. Amen.
Amen.
Yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach me'olam v'yom Barach, Yitbarach, V'yishtabach, V'yitbar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitaleh, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudesha, Yehu. Le'ela min kol bichatav v'shiratav, tush b'chatav v'nechematav, damiron b'yalma, v'yimru. Amen. We come to the Baruch Hu on page 149. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamavorach le'olam va'ed. Now we're on 150. Kol yaducha v'kol yeshabechucha. $150 near the bottom. Ein kerekecha v'ein zulatecha efes biltecha umidomelach. Ein kerekecha v'ein zulatecha efes biltecha umidomelach. Ein kerekecha v'olam hazeh v'ein zulatecha v'olam haba efes biltecha linot hamashiach v'ein domelecha mishiach lahametim. You can keep yourselves mute and join in silently. El Adon al kol hamasim borach u'mevorach b'fi kol neshama gadlo v'tuvo male olam da'at tfuna sovevimoto. Hamid gae al chayot hakodesh v'nehar bekavod al hamerkava zehut umishar lifnei chiso chesed v'rachamim lifnei kvodo. Tovim me'orot shebara Eloheinu yitzaram b'da'at b'bina uv'eskel koach ugura natan bahem liot moshlim b'kerev tevel meleim zinu mefikim noga na'esivim l'kol ha'olam semechim b'tzeitam v'sasim b'voam osim b'yem ha'retzon konam pe'er v'chavod notnim lishmot salaverina v'zecher malchuto kara lashemesh vayizrach ra'ah v'hitkin tzura havana shebach notnim lo kol tzeva marom tiferetu gedula serafim v'yofanim b'chayot hakodesh yala la 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 yala la la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. At the top of 152, please read that passage silently. Now we're at the top of 153. Tibarach tzurenu makenu v'goalenu. V'chulam potchim et pihem v'kedusha v'tara v'shira v'zimra u'mevarachim u'meshabachim u'mefarim u'maritzim u'makdishim u'mamlichim et shem ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol ha'gibor v'hanora kadosh hu. V'chulam mekablim alehem ol malchut shamayim ze mizeh v'chulam mekablim alehem ol malchut shamayim ze mizeh v'chulam mekablim alehem ol malchut shamayim ze mizeh v'chulam mekablim alehem ol malchut shamayim ze mizeh. Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivaot, Melech kol haaretz kevodo. V'ha'ofanim v'chayot hakodesh b'rash gadol mitnasim v'yom tzarafim v'yom hatam meshabachim v'yom marim. Baruch kavod Adonai mimikomo. Ha'el Baruch. The last two lines on 153, you can sing while you're muted. Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir, Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir, V'nizkeh kulanu mehera lioro. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot. We're on 154. Avinu ha'av ha'rachaman ha'rachem rachem aleinu. Avinu ha'av ha'rachaman Rachem, Rachem, Rachem Aleinu, V'tein B'libenu Rina, L'havinu L'haskil. V'tein B'libenu Rina, L'havinu L'haskil. Lishmoa, lilmod, lilamed, lishmoa, lilasot, l'kayim. Lishmoa, lilmod, lilamed, lishmoa, lilasot, l'kayim. Middle of that page, you can sing while muted. V'ha'erinenu b'toratecha, v'dahabek livenu b'mitzvotecha, v'yached livavenu, v'yahava u'lira et shmecha, v'lo nevush le'olam va'ed, v'lo nevush le'olam va'ed, ki v'shem kodshecha, Hagadol v'hanora b'hatachnu, Nagila, Nagila, Nagila v'nishmecha v'yeshuatecha. V'havienu Ki el poel yeshuadata uvana v'charta mikolam v'lashon, v'kerav tanu v'shimcha hagadol sela v'emet, L'hodot lecha u'liachetcha b'yahava. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'yamo Yisrael b'yahava. Page 155. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol lavcha. והיו הדברים האלה אשר נוהים צווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבביך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך בגומך, קשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Page 157. Vedor Vadoru Kayam, Ushmo Kayam, Vechiso Nachonu Machuto, Ve'emunato La'ad Kayamet. Emet Shatan. Malkeinu Melech Avotenu Bimotenu, Goalenu Gael Avotenu Bimotenu, Yotzreinu Tzur Yeshuatenu, Hodenu Matzilenu Me'adam Shemecha En Elohim Zulatecha, Ezrat Avotenu Vatahu Me'olam. Last two lines of 157, you can sing along. Emet, emet, emet atahu rishon, emet, emet, emet atahu acharon, umibaladecha in lanu melech, melech goel u'moshiach, umibaladecha in lanu melech, melech goel u'moshiach. (158) partway down. You can stand if you're able. Ram v'nisa, gadol v'nohora, mahashpil geim umavia shifbalim, motzi asirim ufode anavim v'ozer dalim. V'oneliamo, v'oneliamo, v'etcha v'hamela. Tehilot li'el elyon, tehilot li'el elyon. Baruch hu u'mevorach. Moshe u'Miriam b'nei Yisroel v'cha'anu shirah. V'simcha rabba, v'simcha rabba, v'yomru kulam. Mi chamocha b'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedor b'kodesh, norati la'osei tefillah. Shira chadasha shebachurim mishmar pshayam, yachad kulam holu v'imliku v'yomeru. Adonai yimloch le'olam ba'ed. Tzur Yisroel, kuma b'ezrat Yisroel, uftev kumecha Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go aleinu Adonai tzvaot shemo, kadosh Yisrael. Baruch atah Adonai, ga'al Yisrael. So, Rabbi Jim, for the Amidah, are you going to respond?
Yep.
Yep. So we have the Amidah on 159. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel v'Leila, Ha'el Hagadol v'Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei Hakol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, u'Mevi Goel Livnei V'neihem, L'man Shemo v'Yahava. Melech Ozer Mogi, Melech Ozer Moshiach Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, Ufoket Sarah.
Amen.
Atagi Borle Olam Adonai, Mechaye Metim Matarav Lehoshia. Yeshua Ruach Maria Gashem. Mikalkel Chayim Bechesed, Mechaye Metim Berachamim Rabim. Somech Nofim Berofei Holim. Umatir Asurim, Umekayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Micha Mocha Bal Gevurot, Umido Melach, Melech Memit Umechaye, Umatzmiat Yeshua, B'nemanat Halchiot Metim, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye HaMetim.
Amen. Nekadesh et Shemcha ba'olam kashem shemakti shemoto b'shnei marom kakatuv al yad neviach v'kara zeh el zeh yamah.
Mekadesh et Shemcha b'olam b'shem shemakdishim oto b'shnei marom, ככתוב על יד נביאך, וקרא זה אל זה ויאמר.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מנסים לעומת שרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו.
קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות מלוך כל הארץ כבודו. אז בקול רעש גדול אדיר וחזק משמיעים קול, מתנסים לעומת שרפים, לעומתם ברוך יאמרו.
ברוך
ברוך
אדוני ממקומך מלכנו תופיע ותמלוך וככים אנחנו לך. מתי תמלוך בציון בקרוב בימינו לעולם ועד תשכון. תקדש ותקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך לדור ודור ולנצח נצחים.
ברוך כבוד אדוני ממקומו, ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו, ותמלוך עלינו, כי מחכים אנחנו לך. מתי, מתי, תמלוך בציון, בקרוב בימינו, לעולם ועד תשכון. תתגדל ותתקדש בתוך ירושלים עירך, לדור ודור, לדור ודור, ולנצח נצחים. בימינו תירנה, תירנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. בימינו תירנה, תירנה מלכותך, כדבר האמור בשירי עוזך. על ידי
דוד,
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 על ידי
דוד,
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 על ידי
דוד,
דוד,
דוד.
משיח צדקך, ימלוך אדוני לעולם אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גדלך, לנצח נצחים שכנם. כי אל גואל כשוענו, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Amen.
Continue silently. The Kaddish Shalem is on page 167. Yitkadav Yitkadav Shemei Rabbah. V'yalmad yivrach yiruteh v'yamlik malchuteh v'chayikonu v'yomechonu v'chayeh b'kol Yisrael b'agalav yizman kari v'yimeru.
Amen. Yehei Shmei Rabbah
Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach v'olam v'yomei Omaya Yitbarach Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramah v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalef v'yitalal Shemei Dekudusha. Ve'ela min kol birchatav v'shiratav tushbechatav v'nechamatav damiran v'bayom v'yimeru. Titkabel tzalot tachonu b'utachol d'chol Yisrael kadam avuhon b'bishmaya v'yimeru.
Amen.
Yehei shlom rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimeru.
Amen.
Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael v'yimeru imru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru imru. Amen. Yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Yasher Koach. For a beautiful Sukkot Zemra. Thanks everyone for coming and making a minyan. Nice to see Rachel and John. And let's see. And who is at 1592?
Rachel.
This is
Rachel Martin.
okay. All right.
Nice to see you.
We seem to have three of you. So we have your picture, we have your name, and we have your phone. So it's we are all over it here. Great. All right, good. Now I know who everyone is. Wonderful. Okay. So we will now switch to our Torah reading. Do we have Susan is not here today, but did someone sign up to do some of the reading today?
I did. I'm doing the first three aliyot.
Phenomenal. All right, great. So without further ado, I'm just going to pull up the aliyahs here, and we will get started. All right. So our first aliyah is chapter 30 of the book of Numbers. This is the last book. This is the last parsha in the book of Numbers. It's a double parsha, Matot Maseh, and so we will read a sizable chunk today because it's a double parsha. So put on your Sitzfleisch and we'll get started. I will share the screen with everybody so that everyone can see. Everyone who has a screen can see it, and there we go. All right. So, Norman, I invite you to start when you're ready. The first aliyah is chapter 30, verses 2 through 9.
אדבר משה ראשי המטות לפני ישראל לאמור, זה הדבר אשר ציווה אדוני איש כי דור נדר לאדוני. או ישבע שבועה לאסור ישראל על נפשו לא יאכל דברו וכל היוצא מפיו יעשה. בשעה כי תדור נדר לאדוני, ואסרה יששכר בבית אביה בנעוריה, ושמע אביה את נדרה, ואסרה אשר אסרה נפשה, והחריש לה אביה, וקמו כל נדריה וכל יששכר אשר אסרה על נפשה, יקום וימנה אביה אותה ביום שומעו כל נדריה בשריה אשר אסרה על נפשה לא יקום, אדוני יסלח לה, כי הנה אביה אותה. ואם היו תהיה לאיש ונדריה עליך, או מבטא שפתך אשר אסרה על נפשה, ושמע אישה ביום שומעו והחריש לה, וקמו נדריה ושריה אשר אסרה על נפשה. Did I go too far? No. יקומו ועם שמוע ביום שמוע אישה יני אותה והפר את נדריה אשר עליה ואת מבטא שפתיה אשר אסרה על נפשה, ואדוני יסלח לה.
Okay, we start here. Okay. Moses spoke to the heads of the Israelite tribes, saying, "This is what the Lord has commanded. If a man makes a vow to the Lord or takes an oath imposing an obligation on himself, he shall not break his pledge. He must carry out all that has crossed his lips. If a woman makes a vow to the Lord or assumes an obligation while still in her father's household by reason of her youth, and her father learns of her vow or her self-imposed obligation and offers no objection, all her vows shall stand, and every self-imposed obligation shall stand. But if her father restrains her on the day he finds out, none of her vows or self-imposed obligations shall stand, and the Lord will forgive her, since her father restrained her. If she should marry while her vow or the commitment to which she bound herself is still in force, and her husband learns of it and offers no objection on the day he finds out, her vows shall stand, and her self-imposed obligations shall stand. But if her husband restrains her on the day that he learns of it, he thereby annuls her vow which was in force, or the commitment to which she bound herself, and the Lord will forgive her." All right, the next aliyah is verses 10 through 13.
ונדר אמנה גרושה כל אשר אסרה על נפשה יקום עליך, ואם בית אישה נדרה או אסרה יששכר על נפשה והביא שבועה, ושמע אישה והחריש לה לא עיני אותה, וקמו כל נדריך וכל יששכר אשר אסרה על נפשה יקום, ואם יפר אותם אישה ביום שומעו כל מוציא שיבתיה לנדריה ולאיסר נפשה לא יקום, אישה הפרה ואדוני יסלח לה.
The vow of a widow or of a divorced woman, however, whatever she has imposed on herself, shall be binding upon her. So, too, if while in her husband's household she makes a vow or imposes an obligation on herself by oath, and her husband learns of it, yet offers no objection, thus failing to restrain her, all her vows shall stand, and all her self-imposed obligations shall stand. But if her husband does annul them on the day he finds out, then nothing that has crossed her lips shall stand, whether vows or self-imposed obligations. Her husband has annulled them, and the Lord will forgive her. Okay, the third aliyah is verses 14 through 17.
כל דרך וכל שבועת תישא לענות נפש, אישה יקימנו ואישה יפרנו, ואם החרש יחריש לאישה, ואם את כל נדריך או את כל שריך אשר עליך, תהים אותם, כי החריש לה ביום שומעו, ואם הפר יפר אותם אחרי שומעו, ונשא את עוונה. אלה החוקים אשר ציווה אדוני את משה בין איש לאשתו ובין האב לביתו בנעוריך בית אביה.
Every vow and every sworn obligation of self-denial may be upheld by her husband or annulled by her husband. If her husband offers no objection from that day to the next, he has upheld all the vows or obligations she has assumed. He has upheld them by offering no objection on the day he found out. But if he annuls them after that day, after the day he finds out, he shall bear her guilt. Those are the laws that the Lord enjoined upon Moses between a man and his wife, and as between a father and his daughter, while in her father's household, by reason of her youth. Okay. The next aliyah.
I'd like to put in a word, even though before the discussion later, to say why I particularly like the passage that I just read, because even though it's clearly patriarchal, it's not essentialist. In other words, there's nothing essential about a woman that makes her incapable of making and carrying out a vow, as long as she's not in the patriarchal structure. That's all.
And I say it's misogynistic. Absolutely awful.
Thank you.
Okay, the next aliyah is chapter 31, verses 1 through 12. Vaydaber Adonai. Oh, and Norman, would you be willing to read in English?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Vaydaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Nikom nikmat b'nei Yisrael. Achar teasef el amecha. Okay, let's see here. Okay.
I'm sorry, I had to get out the book.
No, not a problem. No, I'm just had to do a little muting here. Okay. Vaydaber Moshe el ha'am lemor. Hechaltzu me'itechem anashim latzava, v'yihyu al Midyan latet nikmat Adonai b'Midyan. Elef lamate לכל מטות ישראל תשלחו לצבא, וימסרו מאלפי ישראל 1,000 למטה, 12,000 חלוצי צבא. וישלח אותם משה 1,000 למטה לצבא, אותם ואת פנחס בן אלעזר הכהן לצבא, וכלי הקודש וחצות זכורות התרועה בידו. ויצבאו על מדיין כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה, ויהרגו כל זכר, ואת מלכי מדיין הרגו על חייליהן, את אבי ואת רקם ואת צור ואת חור ואת רבע, חמשת מלכי מדיין, ואת בלעם בן באור הרגו בחרב. וישבו בני ישראל את נשי מדיין ואת טפם ואת כל בהמתם ואת כל מקניהם ואת כל חילם בזזו, ואת כל עריהם במושבותם, ואת כל טירותם שרפו באש. ויקחו את כל השלל ואת כל המלכוח באדם ובבהמה, ויביאו את משה ואת אלעזר הכהן ואת עדת בני ישראל, את השבי ואת המלכוח ואת השלל אל המחנה, אל ערבות מואב אשר על ירדן יריחו. There we go. Norman, you're muted.
All right. Yeah. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Avenge the Israelite people on the Midianites, then you shall be gathered to your kin." Moses spoke to the people, saying, "Let men be picked out from among you for a campaign, and let them fall upon Midian to wreak the Lord's vengeance on Midian. You shall be dispatched on the campaign 1,000 from every one of the tribes of Israel." So 1,000 from each tribe were furnished from the divisions of Israel, 12,000 picked for the campaign. Moses dispatched them on the campaign, 1,000 from each tribe, with Pinchas son of Eleazar serving as a priest on the campaign, equipped with the sacred utensils and the trumpets for sounding the blasts. They took the field against Midian, as the Lord had commanded Moses, and slew every male. Along with other victims, they slew the kings of Midian, Avi, Rechem, Zur, Hur, and Reba, the 5 kings of Midian. They also put Bil'am son of Beor to the sword. The Israelites took the women and children of the Midianites captive and seized as booty all their beasts, all their herds, and all their wealth. And they destroyed by fire all the towns in which they were settled and their encampment. They gathered all the spoil and all the booty, man and beast, and they brought the captives, the booty and the spoil to Moses, Eleazar the priest, and the whole Israelite community at the camp in the steppe of Moab at the Jordan near Jericho.
All right, the next Aliyah is consists of verses 13 through 24. Vayetzu Moshe v'Elazar haKohen v'kol nesi'ei ha'eda likratam el michutz lamachaneh. ויקטוף משה על פקודי החייל, שרי האלפים ושרי המאות הבאים מצבא המלחמה. ויאמר עליהם משה, הכיתם כל נקבה, הן הנה היו לבני ישראל בדבר בלעם למסור מעל באדוני על דבר פעור, ותהי המגפה בעדת אדוני, ועתה הרגו כל זכר בטף, וכל אישה יודעת איש למשכב זכר הרוגו, וכל הטף בנשים אשר לא ידעו משכב זכר החיו לכם, ואתם חנו מחוץ למחנה 7 ימים, כהורג נפש וכל נוגע בחלל. תתחטאו ביום השלישי וביום השביעי אתם ושביכם, וכל בגד וכל כלי וכל כלי אור וכל מעשה עזים וכל כלי עץ תתחטאו. ויאמר אלעזר הכהן אל אנשי הצבא הבאים למלחמה, זאת חוקת התורה אשר ציווה אדוני את משה, אך את הזהב ואת הכסף, את הנחושת, את הברזל, את הבדיל ואת העופרת, כל דבר אשר יבוא באש תעבירו באש וטהר, אך במנידה יתחטא, וכל אשר לא יבוא באש תעבירו במים. וכיבסתם בגדיכם ביום השביעי וטהרתם, באחר תבואו אל המחנה.
Started. Moses, Eleazar the priest, and all the chieftains of the community came out to meet them outside the camp. Moses became angry with the commanders of the army, the officers of thousands, and the officers of hundreds who had come back from the military campaign. Moses said to them, "You have spared every female, yet they are the very ones who at the bidding of Balaam induced the Israelites to trespass against the Lord in the matter of Peor, so that the Lord's community was struck by the plague. Now, therefore, slay every male among the children, and slay also every woman who has known a man carnally, but spare every young woman who has not had carnal relations with a man. You shall then stay outside the camp 7 days. Everyone among you or among your captives who has slain a person or touched a corpse shall purify himself on the 3rd and 7th days. You shall also purify every cloth, every article of skin, everything made of goat's hair, and every object of wood." Eleazar the priest said to the troops who had taken part in the fighting, "This is the ritual law that the Lord has enjoined upon Moses: gold and silver, copper, iron, tin, and lead, any article that can withstand fire. These you shall pass through fire, and they shall be pure, except that they must be purified with water of lustration, and anything that cannot withstand fire you must pass through water. On the 7th day you shall wash your clothes and be pure, and after that you may enter the camp." Is that it? Yeah, that's it.
That's it for now. Okay, good. Now the next Aliyah is chapter 31, verses 25 through 41. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, שא את ראש מלכוח השבי באדם ובבהמה, אתה ואלעזר הכהן וראשי אבות העדה, וחצית את המלכוח בין תופסי המלחמה היוצאים לצבא ובין כל העדה. בהרמות מחם לאדוני מאת אנשי המלחמה היוצאים לצבא, אחד נפש מחמש המאות מן האדם ומן הבקר ומן החמורים ומן הצאן. ממחציתם תיקחו ונתת לאלעזר הכהן תרומת אדוני. וממחצית בני ישראל תיקח 1% מן 50 מן האדם, מן הבקר, מן החמורים ומן הצאן, מכל הבהמה, ונתת אותם ללוויים, שומרי משמרת משכן אדוני. ויעש משה ואלעזר הכהן כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה. ויהי המלכוח יתר הבז אשר בזזו עם הצבא צאן 670,005,000 ובקר 72,000 וחמורים 61,000 ונפש אדם מן הנשים אשר לא ידעו משכב זכר כל נפש 32,000 ותהי המחצה חלק היוצאים בצבא. מספר הצאן 330,000 ו7,500 ויהי המכס לאדוני מן הצאן 675 והבקר 36,000 ומכסם לאדוני 72 וחמורים 30,500 ומכסם לאדוני 61 ונפש אדם 16,000 ומכסם לאדוני 32 נפש. וייתן משה את מכס תרומת אדוני לאלעזר הכהן כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה.
The Lord said to Moses, "You and Eleazar the priest and the family heads of the community take an inventory of the booty that was captured, man and beast, and divide the booty equally between the combatants who engaged in the campaign and the rest of the community. You shall exact a levy for the Lord in the case of the warriors who engaged in the campaign, 1 item in 500 of persons, oxen, asses, and sheep shall be taken from their half share and given to Eleazar the priest as a contribution to the Lord. And from the half share of the other Israelites, you shall withhold 1 in every 50 human beings, as well as cattle, asses, and sheep, all the animals given to the Levites who attend to the duties of the Lord's tabernacle. Moses and Eleazar the priest did as the Lord commanded Moses. The amount of the booty other than the spoil that the troops had plundered came to 675,000 sheep, 72,000 head of cattle, 61,000 asses, and a total of 32,000 human beings, namely the women who had not had carnal relations. Thus, the half share of those who had engaged in the campaign was as follows. The number of sheep was 337,500, and the Lord's levy from the sheep was 675. The cattle came to 36,000, from which the Lord's levy was 72. The asses came to 30,500, from which the Lord's levy was 61. And the number of human beings was 16,000, from which the Lord's levy was 32. Moses gave the contributions levied for the Lord to Eleazar the priest, as the Lord had commanded Moses.
Okay. And the final Aliyah, I think this is the last one, is, yes, the final Aliyah is chapter 31, 42 through 54. וממחצית בני ישראל אשר חצה משה מן האנשים הצובעים ותהי מחצת העדה מן הצאן 330,000 7,500 ובקר 36,000 וחמורים 30,500 ונפש אדם 16,000 ויקח משה ממחצית בני ישראל את האחוז אחד מן 50 מן האדם ומן הבהמה וייתן אותם ללוויים שומרי משמרת משכן אדוני כאשר ציווה אדוני את משה. ויקרבו אל משה הפקודים אשר לאלפי הצבא שרי האלפים ושרי המאות ויאמרו אל משה עבדיך נשאו את ראש אנשי המלחמה אשר בידינו לא נפקד ממנו איש ונקרב את קורבן אדוני איש אשר מצא לי זהב עץ עדה וצמיד טבעת עגיל וחומז לכפר על נפשותינו לפני אדוני. ויקח משה ואלעזר הכהן את הזהב מאיתם כל כלי מעשה ויהי כל זהב התרומה Asher Miru, excuse me, Asher Rimu Ladonai Shisha Asar Elef Shvameot V'Chamishim Shakel Me'et Sarei Ha'alafim U'me'et Sarei Ha'me'ot אנשי הצבא בזזו איש לו ויקח משה ואלעזר הכהן את הזהב מאת שרי האלפים והמאות ויביאו אותו אל אוהל מועד זיכרון לבני ישראל לפני אדוני.
As for the half share of the other Israelites, which Moses withdrew from the men who had taken the field, that half share of the community consisted of 337,500 sheep, 36,000 head of cattle, 30,500 asses, and 16,000 human beings. From this half share of the Israelites, Moses withheld 1 in every 50 humans and animals, and he gave them to the Levites, who attended to the duties of the Lord's tabernacle, as the Lord had commanded Moses. The commanders of the troop divisions, the officers of thousands and the officers of hundreds approached Moses. They said to Moses, "Your servants have made a check of the warriors in our charge, and not one of us is missing. So we have brought as an offering to the Lord such articles of gold as each of us came upon, armlets, bracelets, signet rings, earrings, and pendants, that expiation may be made for our persons before the Lord." Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted the gold from them, all kinds of wrought articles. All the gold that was offered by the officers of thousands and the officers of hundreds as a contribution to the Lord came to 16,750 shekels. But in the ranks, everyone kept his booty for himself. So Moses and Eleazar the priest accepted the gold from the officers of thousands and the officers of hundreds and brought it to the tent of meeting as a reminder in behalf of the Israelites before the Lord.
Wow, great, thank you. All right, so we will now turn to page 173 for Misha Berach, and I will run around our Zoom room and ask people as I see them to name anyone they would like to remember for Misha Berach today. So please do unmute yourselves. If you could do it, if you could unmute yourself now, that'd be great, and that way we won't have to delay when I ask you. If you don't unmute yourself, you can just shake your head when I get there. Okay. Harriet.
Sarah Ward, Nancy Shepard, Norman Newberg, and Inga de Vilde.
Thank you. Jim Leffert.
Bonnie.
Sue Glassman. Okay. Harvey and Elaine? Nope. Sherry? Sandy?
Ellen Zuniga, David Engel, Yair Alroy,
Okay. Ruth?
Ayasora Batana, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Miriam?
Amy Kaiser, all those suffering from the COVID-19 virus.
Norman?
No.
Stephen? Atlas? Okay. Ellen? John? Go ahead, Steve. Anyone, Steve? No? Okay. If you don't unmute, I'll just assume you don't. Sandy, you add another person, Sandy?
yes, Elaine Skolnick,
Thank you. Petra?
Rainer, Stefan und Renate.
Mikkel, you're muted. Okay, Mikkel, go ahead.
Norman Alexander Gibbs and Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Marty?
Got me, Rabbi Jim.
I haven't gotten to you yet, Judy. I haven't forgotten you either. Okay. Marty, anybody? Okay, Lois? Rachel Martin? Okay, Judy Jacobs?
Coco. Naomi Razel. Faye Kravitz. Eddie Goldman. Panther Sheila Klein.
Thank you. Marcia?
Dory, Francine, and all those in need of healing.
Okay, so we'll turn, as I said, it's on page 173. Norman, are you able to sing Mishabera? Great.
Mishabera Chavoteinu Before Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the one before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu Bekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
Thank you. All right, so I will pull up the Haftarah now. Do I have a volunteer for reading the Haftarah? The Haftarah, by the way, is from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 4 through 28, and then chapter 3, verse 4. This is the second Haftarah of hold on one second. It's taking forever to get there. Whoa. There we go. The second Haftarah about admonition. Okay, so let's find it here. Jeremiah 2. Do I have a volunteer? If not, I'm happy to read it. All right, so I guess I'll do it. Unless, all right. I'm going to take that as a no. Okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nbi'im tovim v'ratzah v'divreihem hane'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai abocher b'tochra u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo ובנביאי האמת בצדק. שימו דבר אדוני בית יעקב וכל משפחות בית ישראל. Thus said the Lord, what wrong did your fathers find in me that they abandoned me and went after delusion and were deluded? They never asked themselves, where is the Lord, who brought us up from the land of Egypt, who led us through the wilderness, a land of deserts and pits, a land of drought and darkness, a land no man had traversed, where no human being had dwelt. I brought you to this country of farmland to enjoy its fruit and its bounty, but you came and defiled my land. You made my possession abhorrent. The priests never asked themselves, where is the Lord? The guardians of the teaching ignored me. The rulers rebelled against me. And the prophets prophesied by Baal and followed what can do no good. Oh, I will go on accusing you, Ne'um Adonai, and I will accuse your children's children. Just cross over to the isles of the Kittim and look. Send to Kedar and observe carefully. See if aught like this has ever happened. Has any nation changed its gods, even though they are no gods? But my people has exchanged its glory for what can do no good. Be appalled, O heavens, at this. Be horrified, utterly dazed, Ne'um Adonai. For my people have done a twofold wrong. They have forsaken me, the fount of living waters, and hewed them out cisterns, broken cisterns, which cannot even hold water. Is Israel a bondman? Is he a homeborn slave? Then why is he given over to plunder? Lions have roared over him, have raised their cries. They have made his land a waste, his cities desolate without inhabitants. Those too in Noph and Tapanis, will lay bare your head. See, that is the price you have paid for forsaking the Lord your God while he led you in the way. What then is the good of your going to Egypt to drink the waters of the Nile? And what is the good of your going to Assyria to drink the waters of the Euphrates? Let your misfortune reprove you. Let your afflictions rebuke you. Mark well how bad and bitter it is that you forsake the Lord your God. That awe for me is not in you, declares the Lord God of hosts. For long ago you broke your yoke, tore off your yoke bands, and said, I will not work. On every high hill and under every verdant tree you recline as a whore. I planted you with noble vines, all with the choicest seed. Alas, I find you changed into a base and alien vine. Though you wash with natron and use much lye, your guilt is ingrained before me, declares the Lord God. How can you say, I am not defiled? I have not gone after the Baalim. Look at your deeds in the valley. Consider what you have done, like a lustful she-camel restlessly running about, or like a wild ass used to the desert, snuffing the wind in her eagerness, whose passion none can restrain. None that seek her need grow weary. In her season they will find her. Save your foot from going bare and your throat from thirst. But you say, it's no use. No, I love the strangers, and after them I must go. Like a thief chagrined when he is caught, so is the house of Israel chagrined. They, their kings, their officers, and their priests and prophets, they said to wood, you are my father. To stone, you gave birth to me. While to me they turned their backs and not their faces. But in their hour of calamity they cry, arise and save us. And where are those gods that you made for yourself? Let them arise and save you if they can in your hour of calamity. For your gods have become, O Judah, as many as your towns. Just now you called to me, Father, you are the companion of my youth. Okay. All right. Page 175. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam tzor kol olamim tzadik b'chol hadorot ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'yoseh ha'medaber u'mekayem shekol devarav emet v'tzedek ne'eman atah hu Adonai Eloheinu v'ne'emanim devarecha v'devar echad midvarecha achor lo yashuv rekam כי אל מלך נאמן ורחמן אתה האל הנאמן בכל דבריו רחם על ציון כי היא בית חיינו ולעלות נפש תושיע במהרה בימינו ברוך אתה אדוני משמח ציון בבניה שמחנו אדוני אלוהינו באליהו הנביא עבדך ובמלכות בית דוד משיחך במהרה יבוא ויגל ליבנו על כיסאו לא ישב זר ולא ינחלו עוד אחרים את כבודו כי בשם קודשך נשבעת לו שלא יכבה נרו לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מגן דוד על התוכרה ועל העבודה ועל נביאים ועל יום השבת הזה שנתת לנו אדוני אלוהינו לקדושה ולמנוחה לכבוד ולתפארת על הכל אדוני אלוהינו אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. All right. So just before we turn to a discussion, I just want to announce. Oops, sorry about that. That was not what I wanted to do. Not what I just did. Here we go. I just wanted to announce that Rosh Chodesh Av begins on Wednesday. So we do have a new month which means that Tisha B'Av is right around the corner, but we'll come to that when we do our announcements a little bit later. All right, so I just wanted to open the floor to anyone who'd like to make a comment about this rather rather disturbing Torah portion, or maybe we can focus instead on the Haftarah. But whatever is on your mind, please feel free to raise it. Go ahead, Sandy. Sandy, you need to unmute yourself if you're going to talk. There you go.
I thought the portion was abhorrent.
A tough one.
The man is allowed to have as many sexual relationships as he can, and the woman has one. Who does she think she's having sexual relationships with? Outrageous.
Yep, it's
That's enough to make me say thanks a lot. I'll go elsewhere.
I mean, the good thing, the only thing I can say, I'm clearly not able or even interested in trying to defend the text, but all I can say is that clearly our tradition has sort of come to its senses, and it's now accepted in pretty much the entire Jewish world, right? That it's one man, one woman, sort of a deal for a traditional Jewish marriage, and so monogamy is the way it goes these days. All right, so Jim.
I just want to make a comment that, the Torah portion is certainly worth discussing, but I wanted to make a comment about the Haftorah. It's hard to find a more dramatic denunciation of the behavior of the people Israel than there is in this Haftorah. And I was really struck hard. The rabbis have a custom when they select a Haftorah of not ending on a negative note. So even if there is the last verse is sort of negative, they pick a verse from somewhere else or from earlier on to repeat in order to prevent that. And this Haftorah comes to a conclusion with the idea that you were unfaithful to me, and you lusted after idols, and you worshipped stones and wood, and you betrayed your allegiance to the God who protected you. And now you're coming to me asking for help, now that you've been exiled, now that you've had destruction in your life. And they pick the last verse of the Haftorah. You say, you are the companion of our youth. And I just couldn't tell whether they picked that verse because somehow it's a nice thing for people to say to God, or if it's just a continuation of the people's suddenly seeking God when in fact, like people who have been caught committing a crime, as it says in the Haftorah, and now they're pleading. So it kind of was like a slap to read that last verse. So I just wanted to comment on that.
Yeah, I think it's an extremely powerful Haftarah, and I agree with you. And I'm also puzzled by that last verse. I didn't take it quite as harshly as you took it. I took it as sort of a remembering, right, that the Israelites were reminding God, right, that they had that God had been there when they were newly formed as a people. Who knows? Petra, do you want to say something?
Lauren.
Yeah, I was a little unclear about what is being referred to by the final verse of the Haftorah.
Yeah.
There's actually a fourth verse here, which is, I appreciate Jim's point, which I had not known about ending the Haftorah on a more positive note, but there's another verse here after another 3. There's verse 4, which seems longer and more positive.
Yes. Let me just grab. I don't have a. Well, I can put it back up on the screen for a second. The deal with that, it's actually interesting. is that chapter 3, verse 4 is the final verse in the Ashkenazim, for the Ashkenazim. This one here, right, is the final verse among Sephardim. And it's actually interesting. I have a teacher who generally says, that the Sephardim are a little bit gentler sometimes than the Ashkenazim on things. So right, so that this last verse in the Ashkenazim, right, like you're our father. Remember that you're our father, right? I mean, that's what the final verse of the of the Ashkenazic one is saying, but it doesn't say in any way, well, how does God actually respond to that, right? It's more just like they're beginning to understand. They want to reconnect with God, but it's not clear that they're going to be able to. Whereas in the Sephardic one, right, if you return, O Israel, declares the Lord, if you return to me, and if you remove your abominations from my presence and do not waver, and swear as the Lord lives in sincerity, justice, and righteousness, nations shall bless themselves by you and praise themselves by you, right? So that's a much less, or a much clearer indication, right, that tshuva will result in a reestablishment of God's blessings.
Now that you point that out, although I've been reading the annotations all along, I had missed that there is, in fact, a very tiny footnote.
That says
versus Sephardim ending. So thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
I would have missed that.
Jim, can you hear me?
Yep.
So, I wondered what your view, and Norman, and also members of the congregation, was on the Torah, this minute, endless iteration of numbers of the spoils and the division and the redivision and so forth. What latent meaning did that have? What were the rabbis trying to tell us? It must have had some secondary meaning. What would you have to say?
I will defer to others on that. Anyone have a good response for Marty? What do we make of all this accounting? When the Torah, I mean, it is after all the book of Numbers, so it's good that there's a lot of numbers here. But what do people make of this? Go ahead, Jim.
The commentary that accompanies Robert Alter's translations points out that the number of animals that were slain, 600,000, that were captured, 600,000, is pretty much exactly the number of Israelites that were enumerated. And so it seems to be making a point that in defeating the Midianites, who had inflicted a horrible, terrible situation upon the Israelites, apparently, according to the text, from the instigation of Bilam, where they tempted the Israelites into carnal relations that were inappropriate, and that was greeted by a terrible plague that ravaged among the Israelites, that the revenge that was taken was a holy activity, and it actually produced an extraordinary bounty of captured animals that was equivalent to the entire population of the Israelites. So this is what the Torah is saying. The rabbis, according to a brief note by Alter, tried their best to come up with ways of excusing the horror of the bloodshed and the the mass killings that were associated, which were totally and absolutely typical of the nations that surrounded Israel back in those days and are amply documented elsewhere. He says, well, they didn't rise above this. It's the same thing that everybody else was doing. But he says that the rabbis went out of their way to try to come up with justifications for this behavior. but that according to Robert Alter, there's no justification from our perspective and no way of whitewashing this behavior.
And again, I mean, and just what I would say, which I say quite often, is that in regards to this question, right, of these horrible massacres of entire populations, right, which that, as Jim said, it's as typical of the culture of the time. But there are all kinds of indications throughout the ancient world, right, that this was as much, what would you say, that this is a kind of boilerplate, right? That there's a kind of ideology of dispossessing the native inhabitants of this or that land, and archaeology is much less clear that this ever actually happened. And then also, given that we have these numbers, which as Jim points out, seem suspiciously symbolic, right, would also suggest that this is, part of some sort of larger ideology of we are taking this. We are taking, as Jim said, this holy revenge, right? And we are not going to show any quarter. But again, whether this happened in the way that it's described, right, is questionable. That leads, of course, to the question of how do we deal with the fact that our ancestors had this sort of bloodthirsty ideological imagination. Go ahead, Helene.
There's another way for me to see this, and this is without research on my part, but throughout the 5 books, enumeration is the way to attribute strength is through enumeration. In Bereshit, the grandsons of Abraham are shown to be solid citizens, so to speak. They're nomads, but they're solid citizens by the number of their flocks. So as we have progressed in the Torah, from the redactor's point of view, in historical time. So what was many in Bereshit is now enumerated, and as again for the same reason, as an indication of strength. Now, whether this is intentionally anachronistic or in fact very relevant to the period of redaction, whenever, let's say, between Alexander and and Rome, where taking of booty and slaves and taking them away is the experience of defeat.
Right.
So it can be either way, but it's definitely pertinent for the readers of the redacted Torah.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I suppose that's a personal theory.
Thank you, Helene. Go ahead, Miriam.
Following along the same line to some extent, I think it's not so much a reflection of the strength of the Israelites themselves, but they are asserting that it shows God's blessing, that He is with them and enables them to do this. And what is extremely problematic is that to this day, we have differing groups of people who worship differently, fighting bitterly over the very same land. Really have not progressed enough.
Right. This is still a very common sort of attitude among people. I would also just point out, to underscore what Miriam is saying, right, that towards the end of the portion we read today, right, it turns out that in all of that fighting, the Israelites didn't lose even a single soldier. So clearly, God was completely on their side. Judy, here we go. Okay, good. All right. So thank you everyone for participating in that discussion, and we will now turn to the end of our service. So I invite you all to turn to page. Let's see here, page one. Boy, 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 boy. I always forget. I'm sorry. Page 189. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'kor oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malchutecha shomrei 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 Shabbat v'kor oneg Shabbat. Mekadosheh Shavi Shabbat Kulam Yispehu V'yatanagu mituvecha Shabbat Yismechu V'malchutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'kor oneg Shabbat Yismechu V'malchutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'kor oneg Shabbat V'shvihi ratzita bo v'kidashta Shabbat Chemda hadiyamim Oto karata Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'kor oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malchutecha Shomrei 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 Shabbat V'kor oneg Shabbat V'zechel l'maaseh L'maaseh v'reishit Shabbat Zechel l'maaseh L'maaseh v'reishit Shabbat. Page 191. Sim shalom tova uvracha ba'olam sim shalom tova uvracha Chen v'chesed v'rachamim aleinu v'yalko Yisrael amecha Barchenu avinu kulanu ke'echad be'or panecha Ayalaiki Sim shalom tova uvracha ba'olam sim shalom tova uvracha Kivo panecha natata. Excuse me. That was unexpected. All right, sorry. Kiva or panecha natata lanu Adonai Eloheinu Torah chaim v'yavar chesed u'tzedakah v'rachamim v'chaim v'shalom sim shalom tova uvracha ba'olam sim shalom tova uvracha V'tov b'necha levarech et amecha Yisrael V'chol et u'v'chol shah b'shlomecha Lai sim shalom u'ta uvracha ba'olam sim shalom tova uvracha. All right, we will turn now to page 205. Invite you to rise as you are able for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabech la'adon ha'kol La'teit gudula liyotzeh b'reishit Shelo asanu k'goyei aratzot V'lo samanu kimishpechot ha'adama Shelo sam chelkenu kahem V'dor aleinu k'chol hamonam V'anachnu korim U'mishtachavim u'modim Lifnei melech malchei malachim hakadosh Baruch hu שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוסד הארץ, ומושב יקרו בשמיים עמו, ושכינתו זו, בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו, אין עוד, אין את מלכנו, אפס תלותו, כך כתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום, ויעבדת היום, השיבות אל לבביך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים, בשמיים ממעל, ועל הארץ מתחת. אין עוד. Page 206. Al ken lechem elach Adonai Eloheinu lirot me'otim. ככתוב בתורתך, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ. היום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יחיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד. We'll turn to page 207 for Mourner's Kaddish. If you are saying Kaddish today and would like to name the person whom you're remembering, please feel free to unmute yourself and say that name. Go ahead, Harvey.
Yes, my sister Jean Mendelson.
Sorry. Anyone else? All right. Page 207. Yid Gadal, Yid Kadash.
Rabba, Adonai, Divra, Shuvin, Enlich, Malchenu, B'chayechon, U'shmeichon, U'chayei, B'chol Beit Israel, Agala, Vizman, Karim, Imru, Amen.
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 Hey, hey, Rabba, Devorah, Yolam, Yohaya.
Yitparach, Yishtabach, Yitromam,
Yitzbar, Yitzramam, Yitnaseh, Yitadar, Yitalev, Yitalal, Shmei, Dekucha, Brechu, Brechu, Mikoho, Yichata, Mishirata, Tishvachata, Lamata, Damiran, Diama, Vimru, Amen.
Amen.
Shloma, Rabba, Mishamaya, Hayim, Molenu, Velko, Israel, Vimru, Amen.
Amen.
Shalom Bimramav, Hu Yaseh Shalom, Aleinu V'Yalko Yisrael, V'Yimru, Amen.
Amen.
Okay, so please, Jim, make your announcements.
All right. Well, we don't have an event coming up tomorrow. We had one planned, but we had to cancel it because of a family emergency in the presenter's family. But our next event that we have scheduled is next Shabbat. But after that, we have on the Wednesday evening, the 29th, we're going to be commemorating Tisha B'Av by chanting the book of Echa, Lamentations. From what I understand, there are still 2 chapters of Echa that have not been grabbed by someone. Is that right? So there is room for volunteering to Rabbi Jim if you're interested. And that's on the evening of the 29th at 7:30, actually, right? Or is that correct, Rabbi Jim?
Mariv, and then 7 o'clock Mariv and 7:30.
Oh, 7:30. Okay, so 7 o'clock Mariv and 7:30, the chanting. And our book group, 1 Million One Book, is going to be gathering on August 23rd, which is a Sunday. And we're going to be talking about the book, The Rosendorf Quartet by Natan Shaham. And we'll have services at 7 as usual, and the book group will start at 7:30. That's on August 23rd.
Great. All right. Any other announcements? Okay. So Adon Olam, page.
Wait.
Oh, there it is. Please.
It's not an announcement, it's a query. Did you receive an email from Maury asking us to begin earlier and include Mincha?
Yes, I did receive that email. I'm going to be I'm going to be leaving on my vacation tomorrow. So what I told him was that people are free to use my my Zoom room, assuming that we can still do it that way. The problem is that Zoom has decided that July 19th is the day that they're going to institute new security rules. I'm mention this, Elaine. So, if please, I will write. I'm going to try to remember to write Maury a note. But anyone who's anyone who's willing to help Maury make a minion for saying Kaddish tomorrow. I think he wanted to gather at 6:40. And if people are having trouble getting onto my Zoom room, if you could please make a point of calling me, and that way I can enable the Zoom room to happen remotely, from wherever I happen to be on the highway. I'll just pull over and deal with it. But if someone could, agree to be the person who calls me, that would be very helpful. So, all right. Mm-hmm. All right, good. Anything else?
I have a question for the people, but it is not related to, it's related to the heavens, but astronomically, and I'll ask it afterwards.
Okay, okay. Adon Olam 2:11. Adon Olam Hashem Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. Azai Melech Shemo Nikra. V'yacharei chiklot hakol levado. Yimloch Torah. Vehu haya vehu hoveh. Vehu yichye b'tifara. Vehu yichye b'tifara. Vehu echad. V'yein shini l'ham shilo. L'hachbira b'li reishit. B'li tachlit. V'lo ha'oz v'hamisra. V'lo ha'oz v'hamisra. Vehu eli. V'chai govali. V'tzur chevli. V'yetzara. Vehu nisi umanos li. Menat kosi b'yom echra. Menat kosi b'yom echra. B'yado. Afkiruchi. V'yet. Ishan. V'a'ichra. V'himruchi gaviyati. Adonai li v'lo iram. Adonai li v'lo iram. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom.
May I ask a question of anyone? Has anyone been able to see the comet Neowise, and do they have any recommendations on how to do so?
Wait, did you email I sent yesterday or the day before?
Excuse me?
I sent you an email the other day, but it seems
it seems I haven't received it.
You haven't received it. Okay, all right.
Could you send it again?
Yeah. Okay. It was on that topic, so.
Okay, then I have an answer.
Okay.
Any scientists among us who have a suggestion?
My plan is to go. Since I'm going to be going on vacation into the boonies, I plan to look for it there where there's not so much light pollution.
Well,
I have no comment.
Okay. Well, I have consulted by 1 degree of separation an astronomer and who is no longer living in Cambridge, but did. And if he gives me any suggestions, I will send it to Worship and Study Discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a
great
Thank you.
Have a good vacation.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'll see you all when I'm back.
Thank you.
Right.